Head of Technology at LumenRadio. Together with me here today, I have Michael Carlson, which you probably know. He's our network protocol expert at LumenRadio, and we'll handle all the tricky questions. Well, we are located in Hall 1, stand F49, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the Flex product that we have in Innovation Gallery over there. We see it as a Swiss Army knife. The idea behind this is actually customer driven. Some of our customers said that sometimes when buying new units, we don't know if we want to use transmitter, receiver, wireless light control, or which protocol we're going to use, or even how crowded the frequency band will be. So what we did was that we developed this product. You can remotely configure it on the fly to be a transmitter or receiver through our control and configure software Supernova that Michael demonstrates a little bit later on. Also, you can receive and transmit and translate any protocol. So you can actually input any protocol here, and you can output any protocol. So you can do a translation to each individual receiver. And I think we are the first doing that actually, which help our customer because they don't need to do the conversion out of the box. They can use our boxes to do the conversion. And also we have an optional dual band configuration, which means if you have a very crowded frequency band, 2.44 gigahertz, you can go to the 5.8 gigahertz. Moreover, about the dual bands, it's great for reliability, but also if you have a fixed installation, entertainment installations, we have seen that we got a rapid increase in the 2.45 gigahertz band, and for the peace of mind in the future, you might not know what's going to happen on 2.45 gigahertz band, so that's why we added the 5.8 gigahertz band. And with our cognitive coexistence, which is automated, the system will actually select the frequency band automatically that will do the job for you. All this technology is added to this Flex technology platform is added also to our outer range. But for the outer range, we also added two features. One is DALI output, so we can control DALI fixtures. And the other one is repeating mode, so we can set the auto flex to be a transmitter, receiver, or a repeater. Repeating means that it will effectively repeat the signal so you can increase the distance. Recently we made this installation in a residential area where we actually saw this Flex platform as a technology enabler for transfer from the entertainment protocols and taking that into the architectural lighting. What we did was, together with Fagerhult, one of the three top players in the architectural world, we made this installation with a combination of DMX, RDM, DALI, and Ethernet protocols. And what we succeeded to do was replacing the old high-pressure sodium luminaires with high-efficient LED luminaires, and together with smart controls like central time scheduling, motion sensors, and so on, we actually managed to save 80% of the energy consumption, and we're doing it right now. We used RDM for the motion sensors to get the feedback back. That was the most efficient thing to do. The luminaires, they had DALI input, so we needed to send DALI to them. And we use Supernova to configure and control this and also send the light control information. And best of all, the installation with cable would have meant several weeks, but we did this in one day. Well, Michael have prepared a small demonstration here about the Flex product. We're just going to switch computer here. we go. We're actually doing now, we have a Flex product here. We're using this one to transmit over to the innovation gallery over there. And we have configured one of the Flex product there as a receiver as well. There we go. As you can see here, we have our we have a Flex product, which is configured as a transmitter over there. And if you double click on that one, you can see you can set it to different settings, transmitting or receiving. We won't do that now because then we will destroy the wireless link, of course. If you go to ports here, you can see the variety of protocols that we could actually do here. You can set the ARTnet, StreamASN, StreamASN draft, and all these protocols, depending on what you receive on this side. We have also added actually RDM over ARTnets on these products, but that's something that was released just hours before the PLASA show opened. Yeah, and as you can see over here, we have an Auto Slim, which is talking DALI right now. We also have an, yeah, there it is. We have another Flex configured as a receiver. And as you can see, we can set it to be a receiver transmitter, but we'll leave it as a receiver now. On the port settings, we can set it to actually output any protocol. So for instance, if we input ARTnet to the transmitter, we can actually set it to output ARTnet or whichever protocol that we want to do. Thank you.
What's its range of transmitting?
This transmitter range? Yeah, in the European mode, we guarantee 500 meters. We have tested a link range for up to 1,000 meters, but wireless link range is much about the environment while you're transmitting, so we say 500 meters.
It's very interesting that you can send more than one protocol. Can you send more than one protocol simultaneously? Can you partition up the transmission and send part DALI, part DMX?
Well, it's fairly easy actually. You use two of them, but you cannot mix it here if I'm not correct.
So for DALI, because DALI's not very much information per universe, is it? Is it at all possible to partition it, or?
Yeah, I would say we not do that today. We have a very clean path. We use one protocol and you output one protocol. We're not mixing it today. It would be possible with some of the protocols, but I doubt that we will actually enable that one.
I've got the mic, so I need to ask you how much the units are.
How much? It's 990 euros for these Flex units. Yeah.
Is that the same for the outdoor? Same price for the outdoor version?
The Flex outdoor is a little bit more expensive. That's I would say that's roughly 1,500, I would say.
What's the maximum number of wireless units you could have? Say you want to transmit 2 universes of DMX, or can you have multiple units together and not interfere?
Yeah, no problem.
And set them to only receive one particular, say you've got one transmitting universe 1 and you want the others to do 2, would you link those together?
Well, linking is fairly easy. You just press the green button there and link them, and off you are. And you can also use Supernova to link and unlink if you want to do that. And this software is free of charge. You can just download from web page and use it together with our units.
And these are ready to ship now, are they?
How soon will they're shipping now.
Does it use the same transmission algorithms? Because it's not frequency hopping that you use, is it? Something else.
The basic frequency hopping, but we use a cognitive radio that actually is aware of its surroundings. So it's a smart radio that could pick the best frequency to not disturb other ones and not to get disturbed by other ones.
Any other questions, anyone? All done? I think that's it. So thank you very much.
Thank you.